Greetings, gentle viewers!
And howdy!
Today, we're gonna run around the Crossbell highways
Yes.
with the Murder Maid!
The best type of maid.
What?
In the last episode, we investigated the totally not suspicious Orbital net disruption. In today's episode, we will investigate the totally not suspicious foreign cryptid invasion.
Speaking of totally not suspicious, I promise, do not alert the authorities. We're the Bittersweet Gamers. Like, seriously, don't alert those authorities.
I'm we squared?
I'm the Opinionator. So, that woman that showed up is Alisa Reinford from the RF company. She's also a graduate of Thor's and Lady Angelica's acquaintance. Lady Angelica? So you know Angelica, huh? Of course. The Schleiden family serves House Ragnar.
Huh.
Not to mention, Lady Angelica would come to the trading hall by herself, so I've sparred with her many times. She beat me up. I see. Miss Alisa really is beautiful. I'm sure Lady Angelica's tried to flirt with her many times, but I suppose I don't blame her. Oh! So you're familiar with Angelica. Well, that's nice to get to know that about Jessica.
Yeah. Hey, Sydney, are you listening? In order to get ready for this afternoon's field exercises, we need to take the Draken and... Yeah, I'm totally listening. But you saw that bombshell blonde Alisa too, right? How can I focus after getting an eye full of that?
You have no chance.
I mean, sure, she's quite attractive if you're into that sort of thing. Oh, so you get it after all?
Who wouldn't be into that sort of thing?
Well, of course, I have eye view. Boys.
They're beyond saving. How dare they express their preferences or likes? That's a bit harsh, don't you think? I'd appreciate if you didn't put us all in the same category like that. Aren't all boys like me who have women chasing them no matter what they do?
I sense there's something you're trying to say, Damon. There's nothing more divine than a grown woman in a tight skirt. Amazing. Just amazing, Alisa!
Okay, I was sticking up for you before, but...
Hey, Sydney! Stop going on about Alisa! Honestly, I'm trying to concentrate.
And if you don't stop me, I'll start going on about Alisa!
I got some bracken from fighting a bracken monkey. That's why they're called bracken monkeys, you know?
It makes sense that bracken monkeys would have bracken, but I have two questions. Number one, why would you want to get bracken? And number two, what are you going to do with... Never mind.
This is it! The king of all intriguing ingredients! Now, should I boil it or grill it? I can't decide! Damon, what's bracken?
Isn't it like scrap plants attached to things?
I don't know, that's why I was asking you.
I didn't know there was actually a thing called bracken. I thought you would just refer to something as bracken, but maybe I could be wrong. Let's go fight a bracken monkey and see if the bracken monkey is covered with bracken. If the bracken monkey is covered with bracken, we'll take the bracken. I want to say bracken some more.
It's a fun word to say. Alisa Reinford of the Reinford Group. It seems another adversary stands in my way. Oh, do you perhaps have feelings for Master Reen, my lady?
I like how she comes out and says it, right in front of Reen.
Oh, future me. I'll allow you to decide that for yourself.
Oh, silly Billy. Sharon isn't Muse from the future. Muse is Sharon if Sharon were to maid.
You must be her maid. I suppose that makes her all the more dangerous. That said, my own maid is no slouch herself.
Maid battle?
I see. It'd be an honor to meet her, if only once.
Oh my god!
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Muse Egret.
You don't understand, I'm sitting next to Billy as he's doing this.
And you? I am a servant of the Reinford household, Sharon Kreuger. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Why are they introducing themselves, and what's this weird tension in the air?
I couldn't say. Something must have clicked between them. like they're natural allies. Come, let us flee at top speed! You like how I said, let us flee at top speed? Guess I don't really want to run away, huh?
I won't lose to you, Alisa, and you won't stop me either, Sharon. I humbly invite you to bring it on. Yep, here I am, all by myself. No one wants to talk to me. No one wants to hang out with me. That's fine. I've got my work. My work's all I need. How long have you been standing there, Schwarzer?
Major, are you okay?
I already heard, Schwarzer, that you may need to get the Ashen Knight involved.
Yeah, if we encounter any more magic knights or cryptids, it's definitely a possibility.
With the VIPs coming in soon, I'd like you to lay low, but... Damn it, more calls?
Inspection team, RMP stuff.
Major Irving is really busy.
Yeah, I guess we can't talk to him for a while. Even though he sounded like he was being all lonely before.
So, what are you wearing?
So how are things going over in Michelin?
It's tough. The Intelligence Division and RMP are working together, and they're not giving us many chances. Now that I think about it, they have 3 others besides the Governor General.
Oh? What have we here? Yeah, I knew they'd be a tough group to handle, but I didn't think it'd be this hard. Randy, Tio. Who are these 3 others? Damon needs to know.
So this is where you were.
Yeah, Tio Todd here's waiting for Tita. To-ho-ho-ho. Tell me about it. Trouble, it's like the opposite of base.
I also need to speak with Alisa regarding operation of the Arcus II. Oh, and by the way, Reem, might I speak with the Ashen Knight later?
Yeah, of course. Are you curious about him? I'm sure he'd love to talk to you.
Yes, I am interested in seeing a machine frame made entirely of Zemurian ore, of course. But as an engineer, I'm also curious how such advanced machine intelligence is even possible. Yeah, talking with Valimar is pretty much like talking with a normal person.
I've spoken with him as well. He gives the impression of a traditional warrior. It's kind of soothing, frankly. Right? His personality makes him seem like he's some big shot from the past, for sure. Yeah, though his speech was a little awkward up until about a year ago. What? That's all we get? No, I want to know more intelligence! Yeah, well, that aside, Miss Sharon, was it? You are quite a beauty, you know that? If I had to guess, I'd say we're around the same age. I'll be turning 24 before too long.
Why, thank you for the lovely compliment. I will be turning 25 myself, making me a year older than you, Master Randolph.
1 year? In the anime world of Trails, that means she's 50 years older than he is. 1 year older? That's even better. That, your looks and how graceful you are. Man, I sure am jealous of the house you serve. You need any butlers? Here we go.
Randy!
Oh, I believe this is what is known as hitting on chicks. Where are you learning these words, Altina?
I believe Morel is 1 year older as well. It seems I will need to report this information to Belgard Gate post-haste. The look on her face!
No, I told you, it's not like that. Oh, come on!
It would appear you already have someone dear to your heart.
Tio! I always gotta... Okay, first off, Morel's just a friend. She ain't my girlfriend, alright? By the way, that Aeon system you use, it may have some similarities with the resonance between Clown Soleus and myself.
I got the same impression. Though the specifications and purpose may be different, it seems both adhere to the concept of human-machine interface.
Yeah, like I was saying in the last one.
Oh, but wait. Doesn't this count as classified information?
No, it does not. Because I say it does not. To make one correction, human-machine interface may not be an appropriate term for Clown Soleus. When referring to a combat shell, it may be more accurate to call it a machine-human interface.
What's the difference? Oh? That just makes me even more curious about the developer.
Unfortunately, since they're very protective of their secrets, I believe investigating would be a waste of time. No, and I hope we get to that in this game.
Maybe to anyone else but Tio. Kurt, do you have any clue what's going on?
Not a single clue. I know swords, not technology.
She is from the workshop, just like Milliam. I suppose she must have her own circumstances, too.
This is way outside my wheelhouse, but hearing it makes me more than a little concerned. Yeah.
Seriously?
The Black Workshop. What is that?
I think that's a vernier for...
Oh, yeah.
Draken?
Yeah, that's absolutely what that is.
Or maybe a booster for Valimar?
No, it's for the Soldats. It looks like there are no issues with the output. Since the Hector's so heavy, it may be hard to maintain stability.
For now, I'm just going to gather information from the Draken. Once we're back on campus, I'll consult the professor and Mint.
Oh yeah, Mint came to help out. But is she really going to be okay working as Professor Schmidt's apprentice?
One of these days, pow to the moon!
Have you actually made an older reference than that, Billy? I
don't know, that might be worth an achievement or something.
Honeymooners. What's next? Let's go back to 1905. I know him personally, and he can be a bit much.
Yeah, still, that's no testament against his mechanical genius. He might not care about anything other than his research, but I can think of a few other people like that as well.
As in her grandfather. Engineers act the same the world over. But I'm jealous. If only I was an engineer too, I could have helped out at the branch campus.
I'm sure you could qualify as one.
I guess I have more of my mother's blood than my father's.
Okay, that's what she meant.
Well, yeah, she's better at actually, running the business, delegating, etc. Oh, but I guess I could help out with the business side of things.
She seems to know Instructor Ream pretty well. I wonder what kind of relationship they have.
What? Are you talking about new equipment, guys?
And Tina immediately blushes.
Don't surprise me like that.
You don't need to act that surprised. Alisa was telling me the specs of the new equipment.
Uh-huh, sure she was.
New equipment? You mean that device? Is this like,
An additional unit that you can connect to Panzer Soldats? Sure is. It was developed, or something like that.
Was it?
It was developed by RF's 4th Development Division. Extreme mobility, or at least thrust in one direction. It uses technology co-developed by ZCF and Liberal. Oh, that's a first. After hearing that, I'm really looking forward to seeing what it does. Though, from looking at it, it appears as though it helps you move in one direction by providing thrust. You can tell me the details tonight, right?
Yes, I'll finish the testing tonight and report to the instructors.
Can't wait to see what you all think of it.
Oh yeah, high mobility unit. Damon, please stop drooling over the technology. Drool over Alisa instead.
I love these double scenes from talking to the important characters around here.
Anyway.
Did you need something, Yuna, right?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, I'm Yuna, but no, I was just,
Staring intently at my rear end from behind.
When I was at the police academy, I used a lot of equipment made by RF and the Vern Company. Thank you for the Orbital bikes and everything else, too.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. I heard you're from Crossbell, right? I'm sure you have a lot going on, but keep an eye on Reen out there for me, okay?
Oh, I'll keep an eye on him.
You too, Kurt and Altina.
Yeah, of course.
Understood. I'd say he has to keep an eye on us far more than we do him. Alisa has more presence than she did when she was a student.
Well, she's the president of...
Well, maybe not the president,
or
but
at least an executive member of the RF company. She worked hard to become the general manager of the 4th Development Division.
The 4th, wasn't that the old one that was always causing problems?
I don't recall. These old bikes are pretty damn sweet. Hey, Schwarzer, let me borrow the keys tonight.
Not gonna happen, kid. Where'd you even go so late?
You serious? The entertainment district, duh.
Yeah, it seems like that was a pretty obvious answer.
See, I've got more mirror than you'd think.
Who are you, and how much money have you won from gambling?
If you want, I'd be willing to share some with you if you catch my drift.
Oh, well, if you put it like that, no. I mean, I think they're cool. I'm happy to see them, mainly because of what they represent.
Yeah.
Not really because I like bikes or anything, because I don't.
Have you no romance in your soul?
I have plenty of romance in my soul, but any two-wheeled vehicle I credibly believe is actively attempting to seek my death.
You know, that matches with what I know of you.
Pretty sure I'd last maybe 5 minutes on a motorcycle before dying in a fireball. Remember those races?
Yeah.
And those are pretty much all the basics. For everything else, you'll just have to try it out yourself to get used to it. Who's gonna drive the other one? I knew it! I knew it!
Ooh, I will!
I shall, are you sure? It seems similar to riding a horse, so I think I would be better suited for it.
Nuh-uh! I'm way more cut out for this! I have tons of practice driving Orville cars from the police academy.
Horrible cars, huh? That is impressive. But these bikes seem a bit different from them, wouldn't you say? A car has 4 wheels. This Orbital bike has 2.
Nuh-uh, the sidecar has a wheel. If you're a real man, you'll quit your whining, whinging, whatever. I couldn't ride the horse last time, so I'm not gonna give this up. They certainly seem to be close.
Come on, you two. Quit flirting. Fine. Just try to drive safely.
No promises!
I can't stand not being in control.
Okay, just leave it to me.
Does that mean I'll be riding behind you, Instructor Veen?
And I shall be joining you in the sidecar. Reen's bike is gonna be a little crowded.
Let's get moving, everyone. Our destination's the lake shore south of the side road.
Roger that! Let's go!
I mean, this is cool and all, but let's be serious. I want to go fight monsters.
Witness the severing chains! Ha! I'm afraid your fate is now sealed. Fall into death's embrace! Farewell for now.
All right, let's stop here.
Woohoo! I could seriously get addicted to feeling the wind in my hair like this.
Watching you drive from the sidecar is so stressful. I won't have any hair left before long. Then I'll be like Damon. That said, I can at least tell you have experience driving.
Oh yes, you're quite skilled, Lady Yuna.
I'm sure Alisa would be happy to know you're enjoying it so much.
Lisa, she's so pretty. She's petite, she has a great body, she's super stylish, and those bow skills of hers. Plus, she's the daughter of the famous RF group, right? Honestly, I'm super curious what your relationship with her is now.
Huh? Such a passionate embrace in front of your students. Regardless of who it was, you have no excuse, Instructor Reen. Prepare to face the gossip.
Please don't blame Master Reen. Lady Alisa has grown into such a beautiful woman that a hug from her would be fatal for any man.
Yeah, pretty much checks out. What? No, I wasn't thinking about that at all. I promise. Well, I mean, yeah.
He corrected himself. I heard it.
He let it slip. Suspicious stare.
Divine punishment.
Well, let's put Instructor Reen's relationships aside from the moment and get to work.
Why, hello there, Master Kurt of the Vander family.
For some reason, Kurt just can't bring himself to trust Sharon.
Is there perhaps something on my face, or do you like what you see?
Pardon me if I'm being rude, but I must ask, who are you?
Oh,
The steel wires you bound that magic knight in were more than a little surprising.
such is expected of a maid who serves the Reinford family.
No, I think this is a bit much.
So perhaps you remain unconvinced?
Because it isn't the truth! That technique was outside of every martial art I know of.
Zemuria is a big place.
Still, it is extremely useful in battle and highly adaptable besides. If you aren't a martial artist, a soldier, or even a Jaeger, then...
Oh!
leaves only Orboros and the church, and it ain't the church.
Just what I've come to expect from the Vander family.
I actually really appreciate that Kurt is like, you cannot fool me with this BS.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I believe it is just as you suspect. What the heck are you talking about?
It seems Kurt has already seen through her. I guess I should be impressed. He may have heard a few things from his brother, too.
But now, I am simply a maid who serves the Reinford family. Nothing more, nothing less.
Probably.
Maybe. My origin has no bearing on the love and loyalty I have for them. Therefore, I shall serve my ladies underclassmen, the new Class 7, with all my heart.
It is a bit complicated, guys. But the RF group and the Imperial government both know about her already. Including the RF group's chairman. Most especially her. Very well. I'm not yet convinced, just like Damon, but I'll let it go for now.
What are you all talking about? I'm so lost here!
We can discuss it again later on.
Our destination is close at hand, so we'd best get going.
Yeah, let's do just that.
I don't know why you're all so suspicious of little old me.
How does this suit you? Cha!
Good God,
No!
this is ridiculous.
Oh my
It's my turn.
God! Did you see how the status put on him?
Since she doesn't have tea time, which is an obscenely powerful support craft,
Wide
then
open!
it only makes sense to build her for her double attacks. And if you're gonna be double attacking over a
Good job,
wide
Vita.
radius, Gloom is an
I guess that
extremely
wasn't bad.
powerful master quartz to use. Yep, you fought these things here.
That enemy is strong. Please be careful. Cha!
This one's strong. Be careful.
That enemy is strong. Be careful.
I remember this thing. The Kung Fu sheep. I mean, as you can see, it is more of a Kung Fu sheep than normal.
It's even got like the hand gestures and like the facial expressions of a martial arts tough.
Ah, I remember this place. The little beach down there.
Uh-huh.
The cryptid was spotted on the lakeshore down below.
It seems we must walk from here on. Yeah, let's park our bikes around here.
Not like I've been riding them, mind.
Woohoo! This feels great!
Pay attention to where you're going. I haven't felt this kind of rush in ages.
Instructor!
I don't quite understand why, but this feeling is pleasant.
How'd you reverse?
L1? Yeah,
Oh,
L1.
L1's brake. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens down here. I mean, it's just a beach, but... This is where the special support section fought a cryptid 2 years ago? And I was gonna say that too. I mean, we did fight a cryptid here. One of my fondest memories from Azure is here. Well, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, they said it looked like a turtle, which makes sense.
It was really weak, too. Nothing could stand against you at that point, frankly. Well, I don't sense it, but...
Yes, there is most definitely something here. But really?
even though you don't sense anything, it's kind of like a hunch you develop with enough experience.
This place reeks of danger. Our bodies are simply reacting to it. Don't scare us like that.
Well, this is why you just don't have as much experience.
Yeah.
There are things that you get from that. It seems necessary to investigate the surroundings.
Like a degree of intuition.
Yeah. Plus the actual presence sensing, but, you know. Yeah, if you notice anything, report it immediately.
There! There!
Strike!
Whew.
Wonderfully done.
I must continue onwards.
Oh, that was way more boring than I expected.
I know.
I was really hoping that Kurt would say something suspicious of her. Also, my God, Sharon is powerful.
Behold the power of a maid.
Well, this maid, why do you think I called her Murder Maid? But she's better than she was in Cold Steel 2. Then again, maybe I was just bad at using her in Cold Steel 2 and really only relied on tea time.
Right. Which, don't get me wrong, was really strong.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Doesn't seem like there's anything.
Oh? Kinda looks like there's something off in the distance there, yo.
Yeah.
What's this?
Seems familiar, right?
Uh-huh.
Red pleroma grass. This is... Scarlet grass? It's beautiful, but unsettling.
It looks like it's shining. Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about grass like this showing up when Crossbell declared its independence.
Yeah, that was pleroma grass. But
Yeah, what he said. The people in the SSS said they saw weird blue grass where the cryptids appeared.
And they got a lot more specific information about it. But seriously? I believe I saw a report that mentioned that at the intelligence division. Yeah, it's pleroma grass. It started appearing here when Crossbell declared its independence. It was thought to be related to the Azure tree. It wasn't. Well, it's not like there was no relationship, but there was plenty of pleroma grass before the Azure tree.
Oh yeah, that's right. But if this kind is red, what does that mean?
I have no idea. I know that you can eventually modify and refine the gnosis that you make from the regular pleroma grass into the red gnosis, which is what causes demonification.
Oh no!
But I've never seen a red one.
Wait. Everyone, be on your guard. Here it comes.
So, it's a cryptid.
It appeared?
So is it gonna be a lot worse? It certainly looks like kind of a Ava One head. Shay Uncerter. Just like the Magic Knight. It's big.
That's not a turtle at all!
This is...
Ah.
Oh yeah.
There will be time for talk later. It's coming.
Right. Class 7, prepare for battle! Let's take it down with everything we've got!
Right!
Watch out! This is a tough one!
My turn!
Not so bad. It certainly didn't seal me or anything. Well, this is gonna suck because I don't have freeze-resistant equipment.
Oh no.
Arcus, activate! Not today!
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, it didn't really do very much, I guess. Even with Sirius and Rage, the thing is 3 stars to pierce. I may be able to actually inflict that. While I don't really know what he's doing, I think I'm gonna Iron Will in a second.
It seems smart, being defensive.
I thankfully learned from my previous experience and made sure to set up all my guys in a way that's actually synergistic.
Yeah.
Also, Yuna got Brave Smash, which is Lloyd's old move. It's pretty awesome, but not really useful against a single guy, I would imagine, especially when she has Crossbreak. Having said that, I am going to try to use it to keep her where she is.
Smash! Yeah!
Thanks!
Thank you!
Huh.
All right, let's see what happens.
Nope.
I like how many people are done. Oh no.
An opening! Eight's down!
Strike! Leave this to me.
Well, yeah, that's because I am prioritizing putting evasion stuff on my characters. Even Yuna and Reen have something like 5 to 7% from shoes and stuff. But also, Sharon has a lot of inherent evade, and with what I currently have available, I'm powering up Kurt for evasion. I just don't have the stuff to do a real evade build yet, but even still, he's like 35% or something.
That's pretty good.
How does this suit you? Cha!
It's my turn!
Well, unless he just busts out healing, so far this isn't going to be so bad.
No, as long as we're completely terrified of whatever he'll do, all the bosses will be cakewalk from now on, just to defy our expectations. It's called gaming the karmic system.
I hesitate to put too much trust in that.
Get back!
Okay, I'm just going to keep this up and observe a little more.
Form up! Iron Will formation! Strike!
Now, if we impede him, is he going to respond with something?
Oh, it was just a coincidence on that guy.
Take this! Cha!
Man!
He keeps getting those HP upturns.
I didn't mind it right when the battle started, but I'd kind of prefer for him to not get a 7,000 heal. But having said that, it might be worse if I try to block it. If I just use an S-Craft to block it, then that character isn't going to have CP and it's going to throw off the rhythm of everyone.
Yeah, they'll get a big delay. That's a good point.
So I think I'm actually just going to not worry about it.
Strike!
When you consider the damage I'm doing to him without being that offensive, I'm actually doing just fine.
Yeah.
So it's really only a couple of hits.
And he's not actually hitting you very hard yet either.
Not on my watch!
It's my turn!
And there he goes, trying to defense debuff.
Take this! Our chance!
He's almost broken.
An opening!
How does this suit you?
Wow, I got delay to stick.
Ha!
Okay, get back over here. I didn't actually want you to run all the way away. I want to just start spamming Shining now.
Strike! Raging fire formation!
This is concerning.
It's my turn.
Too slow!
See if I can spam a bunch of stuff on him before he recovers.
Strike! Windblade formation!
As long as he's broken,
I'm
right?
up.
Shouldn't I be able to just Windblade like some kind of monster?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Get back!
It's mine! Take this!
An opening!
Is there something I'm doing
My turn.
wrong? What's happening?
This fight is going way too easily. I like how success makes you suspicious.
Ha! Strike! Windblade formation!
Well, I still feel like I'm actually making
Let's
an
go.
enormous amount of mistakes. And yet I'm still kicking his butt.
Strike!
Strike!
La 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 la.
Windblade formation is so broken.
Windblade formation!
This is pathetic. Is he ever gonna get a turn?
Take this!
Okay, note to self.
Wide
Have
open.
learned.
An opening!
Buff up,
Let's go!
break them, and use Windblade and just spam them to death. Okay.
Strike!
Windblade formation!
This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous.
How does this suit you?
I thought we were fighting a cryptid, not a craptid.
It's down!
I've taken
Mine!
to just doing regular attacks.
This is
And I
it!
finished it like that. My plan was to use Sharon's S-Craft, okay? But instead...
Died.
Okay, whatever, guys. Whatever.
Good game, back it in.
Good job, Yuna.
I guess I wasn't bad.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wow, that was a joke.
Duly noted. Will remember said strategy. Oh, what's wrong? Yuna must have been out of breath from cheering, jumping up and down, and clapping her hands after crushing it. Takes a lot out of you, spiking the football, you know? Because the fight wasn't going to wear her down. What did I take, like a grand total of 6,000 damage
Maybe.
between everyone? Did we really do it so easily? So that was a cryptid. Weak sauce. Seems like we're not in danger anymore.
Didn't seem like we were in danger to begin with. Yes, not from cryptids in any event.
Good work, everyone. You did well. No, I still have much I need to work on. It was evident my physical strength was insufficient. That's why you don't fight with that.
Yeah, compared to Instructor Reen. But also...
Honestly, I'm surprised by you all over again. All the monsters we've been fighting, you have utterly crushed them. The abilities you used to help the old Class 7 during the Civil War, those were just a tip of the iceberg, weren't they?
Oh, I still don't stand a chance compared to Sarah when she's at her full power. After all, my skills are suited for assassination. They pale in comparison to proper martial arts or skills learned in true battles.
I don't know. She might be selling herself short, but this is the same sort of stuff that Joshua talked about, like back in Sky. But the thing is Sharon seems way scarier than Joshua was in Sky.
Assassination skills?
She's a maid and she uses wires and a knife. What do you think? I knew it.
Oh dear. Perhaps I shouldn't have let that slip. Oops.
Well, Reen and Altina, well, maybe not Altina, but you figure she would have known. At least Reen's known.
Surely she knows.
You'd think so. Anyway, forget all of this. Let's get a closer look at that grass. Whatever it is, it definitely seems related to the cryptid somehow.
Yeah!
The scarlet grass.
You know, I was thinking about it. What was the thing in Crossbell, the big, scary, sort of magical Septarian-like thing that was activated? The Azure tree.
All right.
And so we had blue Pleroma grass.
But there was blue Pleroma grass in Erebonia, too, around the cryptids. It's just that none of the characters knew anything about it.
Okay, just stick with me for now. What big, magical Septarian-like thing is in Erebonia?
Well, now that's...
The Vermilion Apocalypse.
Well, the Vermilion Apocalypse isn't a Septarian, though.
Well, no, but isn't it like one?
I have no idea! How is anybody supposed to know how to answer that question?
Look, there's a big magic red thing in Erebonia. The Pleroma grass is now red, and Erebonian cryptids are now appearing.
No, I
just think it could be related.
I get what you're saying, but again, those weren't Crossbell cryptids that were invading in CS2.
Well, no, that's not...
But the Pleroma grass, it's not dependent on the presence of the Septarian, as far as I know, because it's been around for hundreds of years.
But it might be influenced by them. Like I said, this theory is just something...
For that matter, it wasn't the Septarian of Mirage. The Azure Tree was an artificial Septarian.
Just saying it's possible. I didn't say it was a well thought out idea.
Well, no, I think you should have stuck to your idea instead of go too much through the details.
Seems like this is all there is.
I mean, there might be something to it, but they can't be dependent on Septarians that we know of. They could be dependent on Septarians that we don't know of, because as far as we know, there aren't any real Septarians.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Okay.
Yes, nothing else like this was found in a 50 yards radius. What should we do, Instructor? Seems like our only option is to take it back with us.
You want to take back the thing that draws cryptids to the camp. Or maybe it doesn't draw cryptids, but it's related to cryptids.
They appear where it grows. I don't know what happens to it after you pick it up, but literally nobody ever complained about cryptids manifesting while it's around. I was just saying that every time cryptids appear, this stuff is growing.
Okay.
I think it has more to do with like demonification or red gnosis, but I mean, it's red. Well, first, let's take a few pictures with our Arcus tooth. After that, collect it and then place it in the survival kit. Be sure not to handle it directly. For all we know, you'll be warped into Cryptid World.
Got it. Cryptid World?
I'll take the pictures.
What efficient teamwork. You all seem like you're familiar with the process.
Yeah, this will be our second set of special operations missions. After 2 were super good. I hope their lessons and training are enough to get them through this. That color, though. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. I mean, I'm not just losing my mind, am I? I may be.
What do you mean?
It was the blue pleroma grass that appeared before. We haven't seen the red stuff,
I'm
right?
pretty sure the blue pleroma grass was where the vampire girl chick appeared.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's what I was thinking with that color. Well then, are we finished investigating here? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there are any more cryptids here, thank goodness. It's a bit concerning that it was that one again, rather than the turtle that appeared here before.
Oh, right. I was going to ask.
Have you and Sharon seen that cryptid before?
I had merely heard about it from Lady Alisa. I wasn't in the party at the time.
I remember finding like 2 of them or something. Was it in Nord, maybe? I don't remember the specific cryptids from CS2.
I think that one was in Nord.
It's called Uncerter. It may be a subspecies of one that appeared during the Civil War. Oh, that's...
So it's just like the Magic Knight?
It wasn't exactly the same as before, so we should make a note of that. We should probably return to camp and report. And as far as we know, they are the same thing, cryptids and magic knights. We literally don't know anything about any of them. Understood.
Let us head directly there in that case.
Oh, Sharon, I don't want you to leave the party, but variety, so I do. Okay, so I guess if you've got the brave points, what you do is you just sledgehammer to break them down real fast and then windblade them to death.
That appears to be the stratagem, yes.
Is there anything that could be better than that? Just the question is can you break them down really fast? Adult time now, or...
Wyrene.
Oh, that isn't good.
Oh, no.
Hopefully we don't catch his interest. This is not good.
Campanella and McBurn. Oh, God.
The team that doesn't care about anything?
That Ashen Kid and Kreuger, huh? Not bad, I guess. But I think I'll just focus on the target for now.
Oh, thank God.
No, that's bad, actually. The target, presumably Cedric, I guess. It has to be him that's in the VIP inspection team later on.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
This game day, yeah.
I'll leave those pain-in-the-ass experiments to him. Things are gonna get interesting if our masked friend starts moving too.
Uh-huh. About that masked friend.
Why did he tell us to ride ahead of them? What could they be talking about?
Something secret, no doubt. I agree it is concerning, but please keep the bike steady, you know? Eyes front.
Oh, right.
Poor guys, they'll forever be just out of the loop kids.
Oh, the wind feels just lovely. Riding alone, just the 2 of us. Oh, I mustn't tell Lady Alisa. She would be ever so jealous.
I don't think it's quite that big a deal. Seriously, what is with all these people?
Your reactions make it worth it.
All that aside, you can tell me. You said you wanted to ride alone with me. There was something you wanted to talk about, right? Something you don't want the students to hear? No. Something you don't want Alisa to hear.
You truly have grown a lot.
I'm very glad to see this. This is kind of all I've been asking for from Sharon for a long time.
Yes, it is exactly as you say. I came along to help because there was something I wanted to tell you.
Does it have something to do with Orboros?
In part, yes. But what I wish to tell you is the tale of a girl. A small girl given the title of Severing Chains.
I see.
A girl who was empty.
Right.
There was an assassins organization that had existed since the Dark Ages. The Order of the Moonlight Horse.
Man, this is fantastic. This is really what I've wanted for a long time. At the very least, it would let me get some type of reconciliation with Sharon.
Yeah. You'd be able to trust her more?
Right. Like I said, I don't think that she's... I've never thought she was ungenuine about the stuff she said she was genuine about.
But she's still a member of Orboros.
Getting some more context about her would start to make a big difference.
At the young age of 13, the girl was its second most skilled member.
Well, that explains why she was so dang young and was able to become an Orboros member.
The only thing she had were her title, which had been passed down to her, and the designation, Kreuger.
Something that's sort of frustrating. I really want to actually compare Sharon's past that we're about to find out to that of the legendary assassin Yin, but you have no idea what I'm talking about.
That's correct.
So...
She spent her days simply carrying out her missions with soulless eyes, an emotionless assassin doll.
Well, that part is totally different from Yin, at least.
Then one day, the Order met its end. At the hand of Orboros.
How fascinating. It seems like Orboros has kind of gone around clandestinely wiping out dark organizations that are unconnected politically. Stuff like mafias, or like the Eastern Mafia, well, they don't mess with because it's kind of like part of society. But
like the shadowy organizations that are beneath society?
Well, what was it? The Moonlight Horse?
Moonlight Horse.
Well, this Order of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult, literally every political power and force in Zemuria was going after the DG cult, and then when they were all done, Orboros came in and finished them off, and that was how they got a hold of Ren. And the thing is if Tio would have been there instead of Ren, and Ren would have been at the other place, then
their positions would have been swapped?
Yeah, it would have been Tio that was the Orboros member. I mean, their personalities were different, and the same things didn't quite happen to them, but it was awful. Like, you just as easily could have seen them be completely swapped.
Well, think about it. Orboros is the snake that eats its own tail. Evil that consumes evil, maybe?
Maybe something like that.
At the time, the society was still in its early days, and the two groups were in full conflict behind the scenes.
Not that I'm trying to attribute any sort of positive motivation to Orboros here.
Well, it's not like they don't have none. Also, what do you mean it was in its early days? I was under the impression they've been around for a really long time, but I guess I have no actual reason
to think that?
Yeah, I just assumed because of the Gralsritter having been around for so long that Orboros was too.
But against the combined assault of the almighty conflagration, the Blade Lord, and the Steel Maiden, the Moonlight Horse stood no chance. They were nearly completely destroyed.
Ain't nothing gonna survive that!
Its members, known as the Thousand Oathbreaker and the Golden Butterfly, became the Fourth Anguis and Enforcer number 3, respectively.
Oh.
So that's our mysterious fourth, is it? All I remember about the Fourth Anguis from that door in Sky Third was that he was kind of a normal-sounding male. So that must be him, the shadow on the right.
Yeah.
So then Enforcer number 3 is the Golden Butterfly. Also, Thousand Oathbreaker. What an interesting person that you would actually promote to a position of leadership and responsibility. And number 3, what tarot card is that?
The Empress.
Empress, huh? I mean, I'm no good with tarot. I don't know what this stuff represents. The other thing that's interesting about that is that Orboros destroyed them, even though they had been in open conflict, and then absorbed its leadership into their own ranks.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to check. Her Enforcer number is 9. I just don't remember very many of their actual numbers. 9 is Hermit.
Huh.
Okay.
While the empty girl was welcomed into the society
there you go.
as Enforcer number 9. But even after becoming an enforcer, the girl's life did not change.
Well, again, their organization was absorbed into Orboros, which is kind of Ouroboros-y. I mean, snake eating its own tail.
She obeyed the requests of the Anguis, performing many missions.
Okay, I see.
She was always free to refuse, but as she knew no other way of life, she simply accepted.
That's usually the way of it, frankly.
I remember thinking when I found out about her past that she couldn't possibly have been involved in anything for them before what she already was, because she was so young, but here you have it.
But it was through that bleak existence that her bond with the Reinford family came to be. The girl was given a mission by the 6th Anguis to infiltrate a city named Ruhr in the northeast part of the Empire. The mission required her to meet with a certain person, but a terrible accident occurred. The mission ended in failure. The girl suffered serious injuries, and the other person lost their life. That person was Chairman Arena's husband, Lady Alisa's father, Master Franz Reinford. Yet Lady Arena saved the girl, the one whose actions resulted in her husband's death. She even gave her a name.
And a few minutes ago when McBurn saw her, he just called her Kreuger. That was the designation she had been left with.
I had never had a name before then. Kreuger was simply a designator to differentiate me from others who have held the same title. One would simply change their name as the mission required. That was the way of the Order. But Lady Arena gave me the name, Sharon. Suddenly, this empty girl had a place to belong as a maid of the Reinford family. Since that point, I have continued to serve the Reinfords while still belonging to Ouroboros. I was able to do so thanks to the freedom the society grants its enforcers.
All of that. Why tell me all that? Why now of all times? Alisa doesn't know any of this, right?
I simply felt this was a good opportunity. Someday, when you feel the need, please tell Lady Alisa.
Well, we still didn't really learn anything at all.
For you see, there is the possibility that I may not be there for her.
Ah, there we go. What?
It is merely a possibility. It is absolutely impossible for my love and devotion for the chairman and my lady to ever leave me. Oh, but of course, if you and Lady Alisa were to become a couple, I would serve you as your own personal maid as well.
Quit teasing me! That's quite the tempting offer. For more than one reason. Thank you for sharing something so important with me. You've taken care of me, no, all of us in the old Class 7 for so long. From our everyday life in the dorm to the crisis during the Civil War. So if there's anything I can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask. Me, the other members of Class 7, and of course Alisa will always be there to help.
Master Reen. You truly have become dependable. However, for you to say all that to an older woman such as myself is a tad unfair.
Quit teasing Reen!
Perhaps I should begin serving you as your own personal maid right now.
All right, I think that's enough temptation for the time being.
He knows better than to tell her to stop, because it's just going to keep coming.
What she most definitely did tell him was that she's either going to be doing something that she suspects may end her or recall her from her current position. From the 6th. From the 6th Anguis. I'm so bad with numbers right now! I feel like I should probably keep notes, frankly, but the 6th, that's Dr. Novartis. F. Novartis.
Well, that's rude. F you, too.
Well, no, just like G. Schmidt, we have F. Novartis.
I see.
That can't be unrelated.
Yeah.
So Dr. Novartis gave Sharon a mission to infiltrate Ruhr. Now, I knew that she had the mission to infiltrate Ruhr, and it came from Novartis? Everything I've ever seen of Novartis is that he is Mr. Weapons Development and really doesn't care about anything else. He also expressed some discontent about the Grandmaster's absolute rule of the Enforcers having freedom. I mean, he doesn't do anything about it, he just grumbled.
I guess to a weapons guy, he wants the weapons to not have free will, so to speak.
Well, he wants to make sure that he can conduct the experiments under the parameters he designs and doesn't want the parameters to be random and wild. You have to have controls, see? But the only thing you would ever entrust Novartis to do is to develop weapons. At least as far as I'm aware. Now, where were Panzersoldats developed? In Ruhr.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to just send Sharon for something like that. Besides, I was pretty sure they had something to do with that from the beginning anyway. And the mission required her to meet with a certain someone. That certain someone was Franz Reinfeld?
Yeah.
That's how I'm taking it.
That seems to be what it says. But her mission wasn't to kill him, because the mission failed and he died.
Right. What I'm saying is the weapons guy sent an assassin and spy to infiltrate Ruhr and meet with the head of the Reinfeld group.
Yes.
Or the heir to the head of the Reinfeld group. And then the mission failed and she had to kill him. Or failed because she killed him. Does that mean they were trying to essentially buy Reinfeld? Or not buy, but take control of Reinfeld for Orboros?
That sounds like something they do.
Unless I'm misinterpreting this, Sharon said that Orboros was this time ago in its early days. So perhaps that meant they did not yet have those factories?
That makes sense. Wanting to get the technological advantages of Ruhr.
Well, I can't remember which division it was of Reinfeld. It might have been the 4th, but it might not have been. One of them essentially was one of the 13 factories. I imagine it's something like that. At the very least, this is something I'm going to be keeping in mind. And for that matter, why they need to meet with Franz Reinfeld? Whose idea was it to meet with Franz Reinfeld? And why would you use an assassin as the go-between? There's just too many mysteries in her backstory. Unfortunately, it doesn't change my feelings towards her, because she basically screamed out, "Y'all know I'm gonna be doing something later, right?"
I didn't expect Scarlet Pleroma grass.
No doubt about it. It's the same grass from 2 years ago. Color's completely different, though.
You're right. The size and shape are the same. That grass holds the same mysterious energy that supported former President Croix. Do you feel the presence of the higher elements here, too?
Yes, definitely. Just like the forest in Sutherland. Now, this cryptid...
Inserter. It's just like the ones that appeared in the old schoolhouse's basement and in the Nord Highlands.
It was in Nord, okay. That, on top of the Magic Night, means that creatures from the Empire are appearing here now, too. Sharon, I'm just gonna come out and ask you. Can the Society do anything like this?
Probably! Well, let's see. I should say the possibility is not zero. That said, the Society generally has a tendency to pursue orbital technology.
Due to the individuals involved, it's only recently that they obtained someone who can use alchemy.
Yeah.
But, cryptids probably don't come from alchemy. Oh, maybe they do. Right.
It would be a bit strange for them to suddenly begin using spiritual monsters such as cryptids and Dark Age constructs like Magic Knights.
I see. Thank you.
I feel like I just heard some incredibly confidential information, but very well.
Well, you know who you're getting the info from.
The question remains then, why is Scarlet Pleroma grass appearing now?
Is it possible this is the result of the Zero Child? Though she's in hiding, perhaps her miraculous power is manifesting again. That's the tree. Though I suppose everyone here would know about it, I don't really feel comfortable, going through the main in-game plot and stuff. At least not at this time. When it's more specifically relevant, well, then I will, but...
No way! It's been confirmed she no longer has that miraculous power.
Okay, that's good to know. I assumed that was the case. The intelligence division made sure of that right after the occupation.
Her and Lloyd were made into material witnesses, too.
Well, they would be.
Besides, I know her, and she's not the kind of girl who'd do these things.
Absolutely not. Not at all. Her personality is irrelevant. There's a chance her powers have returned and are currently out of her control.
No. I'm certain Kia Bannings has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, Kia. Don't ask me why it's spelled that way, but it's Kia. And as you can see, the last name...
Bannings.
She's been adopted.
Huh?
Kia Bannings.
So that is the name of the girl known as the Zero Child. Yes, though her surname is still up for review.
Hasn't quite been finalized yet. She's using his name since she doesn't have any family of her own, yeah? And the adoption can't be legally completed because he's a criminal and can't appear in any sort of public setting to do legal paperwork.
I see.
But how can you be so sure she's not involved?
We were contacted by the Governor General just now. He was very clear we had absolutely no need to worry about the Bannings at this time.
What an interesting thing to say.
He has requested we investigate the cryptid and the grass under the assumption the society is involved.
Is that saying, don't worry about them because I have them under my control? Or is that saying...
Don't worry about them because I don't want you to hook up with them?
Or don't worry about them because I'm not seriously pursuing them? Because even though it is perhaps my job to do so, I am also not a fool. Because if he were to, capture Lloyd Bannings...
There'd be pandemonium.
Orcus Tower would be burned to the ground. That's what would happen. In all seriousness, it would be the worst PR move that could possibly happen. There would be some sort of, I guess terrorist would be the right activity. There'd be some type of protest. It could involve violence, considering that the military police is currently staffed from people from Crossbell and Erebonia. The Crossbell people would be like, what is this? And would either side with the protesters or would not impede the protesters. But the Erebonian military police would be worried about following orders.
It would be a huge mess.
It would be this giant cluster that could cause a serious amount of violence. And so that's probably what I'm thinking he's talking about. But the other things maybe so as well. Such a request.
But thank goodness. You should have just told us that when we saw him.
Oh, but then you'd ask questions.
Yeah.
And you can see what they think about the situation. This probably isn't something they want to talk about. Do they know something?
Maybe.
They may or may not say anything. Also, don't let that last name fool you. Kia was extremely close to the two of them, just as close as she was to the others. Oh, why'd this have to happen at the same time as the inspection team's visit?
If you think that is a coincidence, then what Sharon is saying, it feels like more than simple coincidence to me. Yeah, now that you mention it.
Has the inspection team already entered Crossbell?
Oh yes, about that.
Oh, it sounds like engines running, but that means...
Everyone, we're going to go greet our guests. Oh, they're here.
So was it an airship landing? A convoy driving up? It looks like the airship. Oh, this isn't ominous or anything.
God, that thing's huge.
It looks like the Pantagruel, the Noble Alliance's flagship. It may not be the Pantagruel, but it might be the same class.
Whoa!
Well, that's something you don't see every day.
That's the flagship used by the Noble Alliance during Erebonia's civil war, just like Damon said.
Yeah, exactly! Correct. The Pantagruel. I believe I heard it had been confiscated by the government and given to the Imperial family. Take the symbol of your enemy and turn it into your own. That's actually pretty effective. Yeah, they use it to travel for official business.
Which means...
Wait a second. Does that mean the inspection team is... That's right. Governor Ragnitz will be on the team as a representative of the Imperial government.
And Lady Irina will represent the economic circles of Erebonia. And let's not forget, Princess Alphen and Prince Olivert will be part of the team too.
Well, I feel better about this, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, this thing is big.
Whew.
It actually looks a lot like the Reinforce Jr. from Victory Gundam.
Just gonna dock on the top?
So what's the target then? Alphen?
Maybe?
Carl Regnitz? I could see it even being Arena Reinford, but...
When you see it next to Orcus Tower, Jesus.
I told you, it's huge! I mean, it's kind of cowing, frankly.
Feast your eyes, everyone. The Pantagruel's landing boat has launched. As we speak, it's ferrying the inspection team to the tower's rooftop.
Yeah, that thing's just too big to land just anywhere.
Also, it's much safer up there.
Yep.
First off, we have Governor Carl Regnitz. He oversees the entire imperial capital of Heimdall and is the first commoner to hold this position.
Perhaps a Orboros target isn't someone here.
Oh, and here we have the chairman of the Reinford Group, Irina Reinford. It's safe to say there isn't anyone more important than her when it comes to Crossbell's economic industry.
And here we have two no-name guards.
Could it be? Yes, it's Prince Olivert. Rumor has it this isn't his first visit to Crossbell.
Well, he was there officially.
Oh my word, Princess Alphen! Excuse me. Behind Prince Olivert, we have Princess Alphen, the daughter of the Emperor. She is simply an angel. The young woman with her is gorgeous too.
Uh-huh. There's also something of a parallel. Regardless of my musings, if this might be a distraction for Orboros to go after what they're really after, I have no idea, okay? But the last time a bunch of VIPs were in Orcus Tower, everything went to hell. All of it. It was terrible. Like, the world was destroyed, okay? It was the trade conference.
Oh, right, right.
So, I mean, they have got to be taking this so seriously. Oh, I see. Whoa! I didn't expect to see Princess Alphen here! But it figures that your father would be part of the team, Machias.
Yeah, if we didn't even know about the princess, it means we've fallen behind on our information gathering. This trip has way too many unknowns. We'll need to shine a light through the fog if you want to have a successful inspection.
Oh my! Alright, well that's good to see. I can't remember his name, but he too was a quote-unquote faceless NPC. He actually only appeared once in a quest that I think was optional. He was very enduring though. He's the heir to Heiyue, the Eastern Mafia in Calvard.
Oh!
And the guy next to him is Lao, who is Cao Li. Cao Li's the branch manager of Crossbell's Heiyue. He's his right-hand man. He was able to actually hold off Sigmund and a bunch of Red Constellation soldiers for
Jesus!
like a minute or a minute and a half. He did real well, but, you know, nobody could actually stop them. Well, I won't say anything else about the kid until...
It's important.
I'm really surprised to see him, though.
Why are they getting all excited without Ellie?
He fell madly in love with Ellie McDowell.
They're all nothing but weaklings wagging their tails for the Empire.
Don't say that. We all have pride in where we're from. And as Tsar's proxy, you have your own duties to fulfill.
Leave it to me.
He was actually such an insulting, horrible little kid, but you kind of straighten him out. And there's Roy and Mei Ling and Shan Shan. I mean, these were all faceless NPCs from the Crossbell games. It's like you couldn't tell that, right?
Right?
I'm torn, but I may be leaning closer towards a bad impression.
Oh well, nothing can be done about her arrival. If we could all just come to a better understanding.
You may be right. I cannot give up!
Ah! There she is!
Well, we
seems as though our guests have arrived.
Well, we knew she's in town. She's in the old HeyUA building.
The Fool and the Blazing Demon should be nearby as well.
Of all people, why did it have to be McBurn? We didn't really say anything about it, but I don't know. I kind of don't really like McBurn at all, or I'm not really impressed by him. Oh, no, he is invincibly mega powerful, ridiculously strong, oh god, but I don't really care for him. I don't think he has much charisma. He's frightening, but, you know. However, unlike, say, Shirley, I don't hate and despise him.
Yeah.
The original cast has nearly all been swapped out by now. What will you do, Reen? You as well, Emma.
This is a house of cards waiting to be set on fire.
Maybe. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, bud.
Oh.
Still protecting this place, even if its residents are gone?
Yep, that's what Kope does.
Well then, all we can do is wait for the snake's next move. I'm also curious to find out what the branch campus is capable of.
Is he with Zephyr, maybe? I mean, that's Crow.
Right.
100% that is Crow. You look at him, you're like, oh, that's Crow. You see Azure Siegfried.
Plus foreshadowing.
Yeah, so...
Woohoo! Long live Princess Alphen, Empress of my heart!
I didn't expect to see Princess Alphen here.
Oh, it's Prince Olivert. I haven't seen him in so long.
Imperial Governor Regnitz and Chairman Arena of the RF Group, too?
Well, guess this is shaping up to be some ritzy shindig, huh? It's been quite some time.
Whoever the heck you are, Muse. I suppose I need to get used to seeing His Highness without my brother by his side. After all, by this point, the 7th Armored Division is... It's what? What's the matter? Is this sight not a pleasant one for you? No?
How could it be? Yeah, it's true this isn't very fun for me. How come Speaker McDowell isn't with them?
Right. Here he goes again, McDowell, just getting dumped on by everybody around him. The only honest politician in Crossbell. Somehow I figured Elise would be here too. Wow, both her and the princess have become even more beautiful since I last saw them. Yeah, they really have. I wonder why I wasn't able to contact her. Security?
Yeah.
By the way, are you going to meet up with Chairman Arena? I won't, but Sharon will be.
I hope you enjoyed the brief stint I had in your party.
Yeah, basically that was all we got, right?
once I'm done here, I am planning to accompany the chairman for the remainder of her visit.
Well, Chairman Arena will be fine then. All I can do is sigh. Operation Birdcage. It's too weird to even say out loud.
To be honest, I may have taken the Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police a bit too lightly. Is there really nothing we can do?
Nah, don't give up, Tio Tot. I'm sure we'll find something.
Randy, take your hand off my head.
No telling how things will end up, but let's bet on them for now.
Roger that.
Okay, well, I hope nothing else happens so we can actually stop. Man, there is so much going on. This is going to be great. Afterwards, Alisa, Tio, and Sharon said their farewells to Reen and the rest of the camp and headed back to Crossbell City. Toa and Randy left to go work on each of their classes' field exercises. Alright, let's get going. Make sure to check your equipment and buy anything else you might need before we head out, because this is obviously going to be some serious stuff. We should have time to make a round in the city before we head out onto the East Highway.
Oh, sure.
Understood. Hey, Altina, what the heck's going on with these two? I have no idea. They started acting like this as we were watching the inspection team arrive. That's so. I suppose they each have their concerns, but... Okay, Class 7. We're now resuming our special ops missions. We still need to investigate the cryptid appearance off the East Crossbell Highway, and Sharon won't be with us to completely and utterly dominate every enemy encounter, so it'll be up to you guys. Based on how long the trip there and back will take, it'll be our last activity for the day, so make sure everything else is wrapped up before that. Got it?
Right.
We'll give it our all. Then let's go. Woo! Okay, that's quite enough!
See you next time, guys.